Thursday, beautiful people. I hope you all woke up on the right side of the bed. Let's keep your week rolling with the right mix of news and conversations. We got your daily dose of deep dives and good vibes. And we are simulcast on Mellow 94.7 BFM. Hello there, I'm Asis-Carilo.
And good morning, I'm Monique Tuzon. Your mornings are always more fun with us. Join us in the next hour and a half for stories and conversations that matter. Welcome to
Beautiful Day!
Oh my God! Guys, I'm back. Listen, hold on. I just want to say I'm a bit salty because if you go
Why?
to the treehouse where our office is, it says Monique gone forever.
I did
We
not
are
write
back
that.
today.
You know I did not write
I
that.
know who wrote it.
Yes.
Someone who's not here. Baka siya yung hindi babalik forever kasi nandito na ako.
Oo, guys, kasi if you watched the episode yesterday, so nag-walk out si Paolo de
I
Rosario,
saw that.
Diba?
And pasok Monique Tuzon.
Yeah, so nag-walk out na siya for good maybe, and you...
Okay, goodbye, Paolo. Doon ka na. Where's he in Danang? Okay, stay there.
You can stay there and enjoy your vacation for as long as you want, Pao.
But I'm happy to
Monique
be back.
is back. Yeah,
This
I'm
is so
happy too.
different.
Oh my goodness.
Parang feeling ko magkakanta ako like, hello, good morning. Oh my God, naka-simulcast pala. So all the radio peeps,
Yes.
hello, good morning. I'm so sorry for that. Nagising kayo sa voice ko. This is why di ako singer.
We are simulcast on Mellow 94.7 BFM, and we are also on their Facebook page. And of course, we are on the social media sites of Bilyonaryo News Channel. We're on Facebook and YouTube, where you can watch us live, like, share, and comment. You know, here on the new format of the show, we actually say hello to the people who are watching
love
us and
it.
listening. Yeah, so a lot
I
of
love
people.
the interactions.
I know, and they send messages on Facebook and on YouTube, and we greet them. So there's
do it.
but
When
the
do we
end
do that?
portion in the show. Huh?
When do we do that?
We usually do it after Master Hands.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like such a foreigner. I don't even know how the show works anymore. This is so...
You said you were going
I'm
to
not
watch
used to
previous
it.
episodes.
I watched it, but I'm not used to it. Like sitting here, I'm so used to the old
Yeah.
format. So this is my first time. Remember last time I made an appearance, I was just a guest,
Yeah.
So,
and you were just seated
just
there.
in and out. So
Yeah,
this is fairly new. Even like the mics, I'm not used to it. But I'm excited, guys. Send me some morning greetings your way and say that you miss me, not Paolo. But how many guests do we have today? Who are our guests?
Well, first up, we have Fit Check. Because you're here, let's talk about fashion. All right. So for Fit
Yes.
Check, we are talking with Dubai-based Pinay designer Olga Barcelona, who is debuting in New York Fashion Week tomorrow, live from New York.
I'm so excited. I actually clicked on her on Instagram and I'm obsessed. You know, I love Filipino weaves and anything Filipino
Yes.
made, and I literally love all her clothes. I'm so sad she's not here. I was gonna say, girl, dress me up. Dress me up for a
Well, you can
genders.
still tell her later, even if we're interviewing her via
I
Zoom.
sound like you know I'm asking
still-
for free
I
stuff.
know. Oh, but you know what? Paolo also manifests on the show now.
No way.
So you guys have, I don't know. You got your influence from me.
Oh, she's listening though. Oh,
Hey,
hi,
girl.
Olga. We love your weaves
Yeah.
and your jumpsuits
We
and
love-
her like her ternos, the blazer and the
Yes.
pants. I'm actually excited to see her collection. So I can't wait to talk to her.
We love your designs, and hopefully, let's manifest that we'll be wearing House of Olga on the show very,
Yes,
very
I
soon.
can't wait.
Right? And also, we are hanging out with author Don Jaucian on his new book, Are You Still Watching? It's a collection of essays on TV and entertainment. So that's happening for later, towards the end of the show, we'll be having the hangout. And of course, we have Master Hands joining us for the
Who I
horoscope.
miss.
Yes.
I can't wait to hear my horoscope. Namamalas ako recently, so I can't wait. I'm just kidding. Kasi, tama ba yun? Namamalas?
Minamalas.
Minamalas. Welcome.
Minamalas.
Hindi na buwan ng wika, guys. I missed that. Sana nag-guest ako sa buwan ng wika.
It's Ghost Month kasi now. So
When does Ghost
a
Month
lot
end ba?
of a lot of misfortunes happen, I guess.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Actually, dami ba misfortunes?
Well,
Yung misfortune
in the
na I'm not
news,
here. So this, ang dami.
in
Oh
the
my
news,
God,
a
this-
lot of things have been happening.
Actually, all the politicians, sila yung minamalas ngayon because what's happening, ang dami.
Ang dami. We'll talk about that later. But of course, you guys have to join us for the next hour and a half because we have a jam-packed lineup of headlines for you. But first, we start with traffic, as always. So right now, let's check the situation in major roads at this hour. Here's a look, guys, at EDSA Orense in Makati. On the left side of your screens, we're seeing vehicles heading to Pasay City. Light traffic as of this hour. Opposite lane, same situation. Everything green and go on the right side of your screens. Those are the vehicles heading to Shaw Boulevard. Now, this time, let's check out what's happening along EDSA Quezon Avenue flyover. On the left side are vehicles going to Quiapo. We're seeing moderate traffic already building up on that stretch. Opposite lane, the right side of your screens, you're seeing vehicles heading to the Quezon Memorial Circle. We got light to moderate traffic on that area. Now, heads up to motorists. The expanded vehicle number coding scheme is in full swing. It's a Thursday, so vehicles with license plates ending in 7 and 8 should be off the road right about now until 10 a.m. and again later from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. And it's time to check out today's weather forecast with Monique on Weather HQ. Take it away, Mo.
Thanks so much, Anne. Now let's take a look at how our Thursday is going to look like so we can plan accordingly. Now the easterlies will continue to affect the weather across much of the country, particularly in the Luzon and the Visayas area. So let's start with here in Luzon, including Aurora, the Bicol region, and Marinduque. Expect cloudy skies with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms. Now, some downpours may be moderate to heavy, so watch out for possible flash floods or landslides. Now, for the rest of the Luzon area, the easterlies will bring partly cloudy to cloudy skies in all of these areas with isolated rain showers and thunderstorms. Let's move on to the Visayas. The easterlies will also bring partly cloudy to cloudy skies. Be ready for sudden rain showers and thunderstorms, especially in the afternoon and evening. Moving on to Mindanao, generally fair weather is expected. However, localized thunderstorms may develop later in the day, so best to keep your rain gear handy just in case. Now let's take a look at our sea conditions. Now here are some good news. There is no gale warning in effect today. Waters across the country will be generally light to moderate, meaning calmer and safer seas for travel and fishing. But do keep in mind, rough conditions can still develop, especially during thunderstorms. To our seafarers and fisherfolk, please stay alert, keep monitoring weather advisories, and always prioritize safety before heading out. Now that's it for Weather HQ at the moment, and back to you.
Thank you so much, Mo. Now on to our top stories this morning. Senate President pro tempore Ping Lacson revealed in his latest privileged speech the connection between Candaba, Pampanga Mayor Rene Maglanque and two DPWH officials embroiled in the flood control scandal. According to Senator Lacson, Mayor Maglanque, along with former DPWH Secretary Manuel Bonoan and former Undersecretary Roberto Bernardo, all own the company which holds the 5 billion peso Wyndham Garden Hotel in Clark, Pampanga, MBB Global Properties Corporation, with their children being major shareholders.
Si Monique Maglanque, President. Sunshine M. Bernardo, Corporate Secretary. Fatima Gay B. Asin Bonoan de la Cruz, Treasurer. Kayo na po mag-connect ng dots.
BNC previously reported that since 2022, Mayor Maglanque's Global Crete Builders obtained 1.9 billion pesos worth of infra projects. Through further digging, BNC has learned that since 2018, Major Maglanque obtained 3 billion pesos worth of contracts throughout the country. Following Senator Lacson's expose, BNC has reached out to Mayor Maglanque for comment, but he has so far not replied. We were talking about this yesterday, me and Paolo, about all the revelations that came out from Senator Lacson's second privilege speech, and everybody's in shock. You know, when all these names come out, especially particularly the name of the former DPWH Secretary Bonoan, and we can remember him insisting during interviews that he is not involved in any
Well, of course, all of them
anomalous-
are going to say they're not
Yes,
involved until
yes.
proven otherwise. But isn't this the river, the Candaba? Well, Candaba is in Pampanga, but this is the one that goes through NLEX, right? Okay, because I've experienced that actually. That's one of the worst flood-prone areas. Because when I go to Pampanga, because I have family there, I once got stuck when it was raining for like 6 hours on NLEX because that river floods like that area.
yeah.
So it's really bad.
Yeah.
And like it's just crazy to me that we have billions and billions of pesos since what, 2022?
Yeah.
For the flood control projects, and none of them's being used.
And you see our reporter, particularly Joash Malimban,
Joash.
right, doing investigative report and going to these places, but getting their location from the Sumbong sa Pangulo
Right.
website, and then going to these locations and seeing that there are no projects or they are incomplete.
And we talked about this actually off air. We said, right, we're just saying, allegedly, if you guys are gonna steal, at least do naman some project. Kasi like, no project at all. That's crazy.
You know what? I remember an interview with Senator J.V. Ejercito, and that was his point as well. He said na, nagnakaw ka na nga, tapusin mo na, di ba? Gawin mo na rin naman. You already did something terrible. But at least now we see movement in this case. A lot of investigations going on. DPWH Secretary Tuzon has already asked the DOJ to issue an immigration lookout bulletin covering former Secretary Bonoan, his predecessor, of course, his daughter Fatima Gay de la Cruz, because these are the children who are the shareholders in this
Of the casino
MBB
too, yep.
company. And also an ILBO for Mayor Maglanque and his daughter Macy Monique. He earlier already made a request for an ILBO on former DPWH Yusek Bernardo, who is also involved and named by Senator Lacson, allegedly involved and named by Senator Lacson. So
a lot of names are coming out,
I
and a
know,
lot of
and-
names will still be coming out. It's only Thursday. This all happened, what, Monday, right?
Yes, Monday.
So we'll see. Because actually, Anne, another name has been linked to the flood control scandal. Former DPWH Bulacan Assistant District Engineer Bryce Hernandez claimed a certain Beng Ramos from the office of Senator Jinggoy Estrada was involved in kickbacks related to government projects. However, Estrada's office denies any knowledge of Ramos and says she was never authorized to represent the senator. But it turns out she is a member of the Blue Ribbon Oversight Office Management and, get this, an ex-girlfriend of one of Estrada's staff members. Now, Senate President Pro Tempore Ping Lacson is calling for an internal cleansing of the Blue Ribbon Committee as investigations continue and evidence is gathered for possible legal action.
So many names coming out, and I agree with Senator Lacson on wanting to cleanse.
Yes, I think that's the only solution, honestly. You have to
Yes.
cleanse from within. And do you think starting fresh will work? And
Well,
cleanse?
like for example, for the DPWH with Secretary Dizon starting on a clean slate, I think that will really help because you have to get rid of people you can't trust.
Right.
Yeah, and then put in people that you do trust and you believe that will work well without all the corruption and everything. Now, speaking of Senate President Pro Tempore Ping Lacson, I'm excited to see where this goes because he's heading the Blue Ribbon Committee and people are calling him Mr. Expose now. And I was watching also during Agenda last night that according to BNC sources, President Marcos Jr. has already named Baguio City Mayor Benjamin
Yes.
Magalong and former DPWH Secretary Rogelio Singson to lead the independent committee that he is forming to investigate on all this, the corruption in the flood control program.
Yeah.
And both have accepted, and we'll see because it's supposed to be a 3-man body. So we'll see who the third person who's joining this.
Did they say when he'll be
committee.
named? Is it sometime today
I
or
think
by the end of this?
Karina actually mentioned the name last night. I just can't recall. But tune in to BNC for more updates. But you know what? This gives you hope that investigations will continue. And with this independent body, hopefully everything will get
I
resolved.
mean, I honestly hope we
Meron
see some
ng mananagot,
changes.
di ba?
Yeah. And I've said this before, I hope it's not just theatrics, right? And not
Yes.
just for show. Because this has happened a lot back in the day
A
where
lot
they
of
do
times.
this and they get exposed, but hanggang dun lang, right? So
Yeah.
I really hope they
It's all like
push through.
like watching political drama. People are calling it nga Senate flicks.
That's so funny because it really is, and it's
It
very
really is.
shocking.
Yeah, but it's nice that people are talking about it. At least the people are aware with
No, it's
what
about
is really
time.
going on, right?
Yeah, because we can't be kawawa tayo, right?
Kawawa
It's the
tayo.
Filipino people that are
Especially
suffering.
those who are paying taxes,
Kawawa.
diba? Okay, moving on. The Bureau of Customs has added 2 more of the Disgaya's luxury cars to their custody, bringing the total to 30 vehicles, with half of them either lacking or completely missing proper documentation.
Sila mismo nagsabi na 40. So kami, hindi pa naman kami titigil. Subalit kahit pa paano nakakahinga na kami. Dahil nakuha na natin yung 30 na luxury vehicles. Ano? But then again, we assume na baka may 10 pa at least.
The BOC says that 7 of the vehicles are lacking a certificate of payment, while 8 are lacking documents altogether. They have given the consignees as well as the Disgaya couple 15 days to submit evidence proving these vehicles went through the correct processes. Meanwhile, the BOC has traced 18 vehicles as having entered through the ports of Batangas, Cebu, and Manila. The BOC is now investigating more than 10 of its officials for this anomaly.
Pagpapaliwanagin natin kung bakit nakalusot or dumaan sa kanila yung mga sasakyan nang hindi nagkaroon ng tamang dokumento at hindi nagbayad ng tama. Doon sa mga ganun yung sitwasyon. No? We will have to make even our own people accountable.
Allies of House Speaker Martin Romualdez are distancing themselves from rumors of a possible leadership change despite growing speculation. The issue gained attention after Curly Disgaya claimed Romualdez was involved in a kickback scheme, but later recanted the statement. Some congressmen confirmed and others denied rumors about House leadership. However, Bicol Saro Representative Terry Redon and Romualdez's allies, including Deputy Speaker J.J. Suarez, insist that the Speaker's position remains strong with no change in sight.
The government of South Korea has taken notice of the issue of corruption here in the Philippines, as South Korean president declared a halt on 28 billion pesos of official development assistance or ODA to the country. However, according to the Department of Finance, no such loan exists. They do, however, assure South Korea that the Philippine government will match their trust and confidence with full transparency and accountability. The DFA has stated it is speaking with the South Korean embassy to clarify matters. So the DFA has already released a statement that with regard to the 28 billion official development assistance or ODA loan between South Korea and the Philippines, they said no such loan exists. But you already see this happening, affecting, all these cases, corruption cases, it's affecting the country.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know, we will be seen as, with all these cases coming out and the world, watching
Right.
and learning about all these corruption cases, it kind of gives us a bad light.
No,
I
I totally agree. If there's anything we can glean out of this news piece, right, is that we're being put on a bad light right now. I'm not saying, all the countries in the world are not corrupt.
Yeah.
I'm just saying right now, because I Googled, right, a lot of news and I'm seeing if the Philippines are in any international news. We are.
We are.
So sadly, the world is picking up
Yes.
on this and it's embarrassing
And not
for
just
us.
not just news groups or organizations, but you also see content creators, international
Yeah.
content creators making posts about what is going on here in the Philippines,
Yeah.
and it kind of it gives us a bad light, and it reflects also on the government stability.
It's
right?
bad. I mean, honestly, it gives us a bad light, but at the same time, I'm glad that people are more aware because
Yeah.
we have to hold people accountable, right? Who did allegedly take those funds. So moving forward, we can have a better Philippines. But actually, Anne, you know what? There's a content creator that I saw yesterday
Yeah.
that posted, like a lot of these places, like these countries, they don't have farmlands, they don't have like the sea beside them, and they're saying the Philippines, we have every resource
Yeah,
possible.
we have all these
but
resources.
Yet our government is corrupt. So it's sad. We could
Yeah.
be better. And hopefully that's the route we are taking moving forward.
And you know what? It's not only the Philippines who's experiencing corruption cases like this. We are seeing protests happening all over the world, like in Indonesia, in Nepal, which is your next item.
Yeah, guys, I feel like the world is ending. There's so much happening. But let's move on. In world news, a youth-led anti-corruption protest is shaking the status quo in Nepal. The office residence of Nepal's former cabinet ministers was left charred in the aftermath of 2 days of deadly demonstrations. The upheaval in the poor Himalayan nation was unleashed by a social media ban that was announced last week. Most of the protesters were young people voicing frustration at the government's perceived failure to fight corruption and boost the economy. The unrest has subsided and celebrations erupted after Nepal's Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli resigned. The death toll from the protest had risen to 25, while 600 others were injured.
In other news, in a shocking disappointment for the LGBTQIA+ community in Hong Kong, lawmakers vetoed a bill that would have allowed legal rights for same-sex couples. The bill had proposed a registration system to grant same-sex couples who had already sealed their union overseas to certain rights such as hospital visitation. The bill would have been a rare liberal shift in Hong Kong's legal landscape. It was met by strong opposition from some pro-Beijing legislators and religious groups. Now here's a cup of hot tea for you guys. Maine Mendoza, wife of actor and politician Arjo Ataide, denied corruption allegations against him, saying they have never benefited from taxpayers' money. In a statement, she stated, and I quote, "Both of us and our families are financially capable of sustaining the lives that we live." And she insisted that they have built their success through hard work and savings. The statement came after Ataide was accused of having received kickbacks from flood control projects. Mendoza admitted that the allegations have hurt, but maintained that Arjo is innocent and will clear his name through legal action. She urged people to wait for the truth, adding that it's the real wrongdoers who should be held accountable. You know what they always say, the truth always comes out to the surface.
Yep, I was going to
Yes.
say. But what are your thoughts, though? If you were put in Maine's position, would you have spoken up or would you have just stayed quiet? Because I feel like maybe she did more damage speaking up than if she did staying quiet.
I don't know, because since she's a celebrity, maybe people, her fans particularly, are expecting to hear from her, and you'd understand because, of course, Arjo is her husband.
Right.
Yeah, and
Arjo
they're-
cutie.
yeah, Arjo cutie, right? And they're always vocal, or they always post things about their lives, right? I mean, them together. So, but with her showing support, it's understandable. But of course, now that all these allegations are out, you'll just have to show
Wait and
proof.
see, yeah.
Also show proof that, you know, my name is clear. I have not done any corrupt or any wrongdoings as he's seated in power. So we'll see.
We'll see, because I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like for me, if I was put in that spot, if I was in Maine's
You
spot,
just keep quiet about
maybe
it.
not
Yeah.
keep quiet. I saw her. We're flashing it on the LED screen, but for those radio listeners, but her statement's pretty lengthy.
Yes.
So for me, I feel like maybe she should have just said, "Wait for the truth. It'll just come." You know, like something just
Yes.
short and sweet instead of having to justify everything. It's like an essay. But I mean, I'm not saying I'm on anybody's side.
But
I'm
of course,
just saying,
yeah,
we'll
she's
see.
she's obviously very affected by all these things that are happening, and
Yes, it's really long.
Yeah, I can just imagine, you know, the family members also of the people, particularly all those who were on the list of Curly Discaya, right? So
Right.
their families are I don't know, restless and worrying and everything. But we'll see how this goes. Of course, investigations will continue, and
Daming investigations.
Oh.
What is it? The Senate drama is gonna keep coming.
Senate flicks.
But you know what? Senate flicks. But guys, Anne, is it getting hot in here? Because You know what, guys? Our second cup of tea today, Hollywood star Glenn Powell graces the cover of GQ magazine in a striking photo shoot. We have to describe this to our radio viewers later. For its October 2025 issue, the International Men's Magazine features Glenn Powell talking about what makes a modern leading man. Exploring the masculinity issues of the moment, the Top Gun Maverick star can be seen on the cover wearing a massive muscle suit and in photos oiled up in a suit.
He
He is so oily.
He looks like a mannequin, though.
Actually, I'm a fan of Glenn Powell, but Glenn oily? That's a I don't
I don't know. I think an oily Glenn would have looked better in a different setting.
He looks like, for our
Because
radio
this one-
viewers,
for our-
our
yeah, for our
listeners,
radio
he looks like a
viewers.
lumpia that was just freshly fried na hindi pinaano,
'cause
pinatuyo.
let's describe the setting because he is in an office. There's the
It looks like a
flag of the
president,
U.S. Yeah, like a presidential
portrait.
picture. He's wearing a suit and he's all oiled up. So the fact that he's oiled up in a presidential setting, it just does not work. I don't
confused.
know. I mean, that's just my opinion. But he looks like
You know what? He
he
could have
looks
just
like a
been,
mannequin.
Yeah, not in a suit, sana. Dapat he should have worn like a bikini or not a bikini. What is it for guys? The speedo.
The trunks.
The trunks. Dapat he should have worn that. That would have
That
been
would have been
better.
perfect.
Not
Yeah.
in a suit.
Diba? All oiled up and then he's
Yeah.
wearing trunks.
But it's
so
okay.
that
He's
would have
still
been so
ayan.
hot.
There's a better
Ayan,
photo that they're
there.
showing that he's working out with like not even a sando. Like the sando looks like it was ripped apart. But Glenn Powell's
Ripped
still
apart
looking
by all the women who are after him.
Oh my! Buti na lang wala si Pao today because imagine, I wonder what he would say for this banter.
He probably would not be able to relate. I don't know because he says he's pogi, so maybe he has pogi
Pogi ba
problems
siya?
as well.
Actually, guys, let's take a survey now because Paolo's not here.
Pogi
So
ba si
for
ano?
yes.
Oh, but you know what?
Let's
We
take a
actually
survey.
have viewers who regularly comment that Paolo pogi. Yes.
Guys, don't.
Pogi pala ni Paolo. Prof. Paolo. They call him
Paolo?
Prof. Paolo
Prof.
because he started wearing suits, ever since he lost weight.
Ay, nako. He's gonna think he's even more poggy now. Anyway,
So
guys.
that's our tea for this morning.
or
Interesting cups
Glenn.
of tea.
Well, after the break, we talked to an upcoming Filipina designer making a debut at New York Fashion Week. Olga Barcelona, find out her amazing Herstory after the break. Don't go away. A beautiful day. We'll be right back. Hello, welcome back to Beautiful Day. Our guest today is a Dubai-based Pinay designer who debuts in New York Fashion Week, actually today here in the Philippines and tomorrow in New York, championing Filipino weave in the international stage. Let's get to know Olga Barcelona on Fit Check. Olga Barcelona is joining us via Zoom all the way from New York. Beautiful day, Olga. How are you?
I am good. I'm very, very excited. How are you, Anne? How are you, Monique?
We're good. Thank you so much for gracing the show with your presence today.
Yes, and I can't wait to chat about your collection. So it's September 11 today here in the Philippines because we are in the future. But tomorrow for you,
Yeah.
Olga,
Yeah.
that's going to be your Fashion Week debut. Tell us about
Yeah.
your collection and what we can expect.
Okay, so just like what you've mentioned, I am Olga Barcelona and I am a Dubai-based fashion designer. So this New York Fashion Week is such a defining moment for House of Olga because, to walk in one of the biggest global stages and bringing the modern Filipiniana crafted with our indigenous hand-woven fabrics for me, it's not just fashion, it's about representation. It's basically telling the whole world, we, the Filipinos, are here. We are bold and we are world ready.
How do you want people to feel when they see your collection that's going to debut at New York Fashion Week?
Okay, so basically, my House of Olga is all about, it's always about identity. I design every piece with pride and fearless reinvention of our hand woven fabrics. The weaves, the textures, the patterns, they're all rooted in tradition. So I'm very, very proud of it.
And you're bringing that to the New York Fashion Week stage, and that is such a proud moment for the Filipinos, seeing our
Yes.
designs, our weaves there on that stage, on that ramp. How does it feel to be able to bring these designs to an international stage, and also how important is that representation?
Okay, so being based in Dubai for like more than a decade now and having the chance and opportunity to travel the whole world and seeing luxury in Dubai and in Europe and the US, I notice that we are actually not there. We're still invisible. So for me, it's really bringing our local weaves out into the global stage because we
Yep.
really can.
And our weaves are actually so beautiful. Actually,
They
I'm really
are.
curious, right?
Beautiful.
Olga, how do you work with the indigenous people since you're based in Dubai? How often do you come home here in the Philippines? And how do you choose who to partner with? Because I think you mostly work with the people from the Cordillera Mountains, right?
Yeah. Okay, so this premier collection is the Cordillera collection. And then we have so many weavers across the whole different islands in the Philippines. And we will be working with, if I can have the chance to work with all of them, I would. But we would champion each and every community, and I would want to bring them in the global stage. So how do I actually work with them? With the Cordillera weavers, what's really good is one of my friends, when I was still birthing this whole idea, I was talking about it, and one of my friends, she told us, but my mom is a weaver in Isabela. And it all started from there.
Oh, wow.
I talked to her mom. It was pre-COVID, and we were talking about how she was weaving on Zoom, like just on Zoom, and we came up with our collection right then and there.
You know what? You
Yeah, so
lead. Okay, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that it's quite tedious because I am based in Dubai and I don't really have the chance to come back home in the Philippines and really work with our weavers and artisans. But I do have a very good team that connects me. So I work closely with the weavers from the Cordillera or Isabela, and then after that, the process is. From the weaving, we go and bring it or ship it to Manila in QC. And QC, we do the sewing and putting things together.
she's near
and then we ship it
us.
here in
Yeah, QC. When you said QC, Mo and I were like, "Wait, that's so
yeah,
near."
We're about to raid your warehouse wherever you do it.
We're gonna check that out right after the show, Olga. But you lead this incredibly busy life. You're running operations at Brands as well, and pioneering a fashion brand rooted in Filipino culture. You handle social media coordination between PH designers and UAE production, on top of designing the pieces. So many things to do. How do you manage your time? And what does a typical day look like for Olga?
It is long. It is really long. If only I could make 24 hours into 28 or even 30, I would.
Agreed.
But honestly, it's just all. I think it's about this burning passion I have to make this happen. So what I'm very, very lucky with is my boss, the owner of Brash Agency. He is very supportive of me. I am the head of operations for all our offices in Saudi Arabia and Dubai, in Monaco, in London, and at the same time, I also wear my hat as the lead designer and owner for House of Olga. And when I told him about my dream, he said, "Go for it. Just go for it. I have no problems, and I would support you all the way." And that's why we're here in New York now, because I do wear a different hat at Brash, but I never moonlight. So I give them the time that I need to give it to give them, and then after that, I work like either first thing in the morning. I work out because I do run world major marathons as well, and I
Whoa.
always carry the flag when I do that.
Aw.
And then when I
So
train for
cute. Oh, look at
marathons,
that. Yeah.
I wake up at like 3 a.m. to start running at 4. So I work out, work for myself, and then ideate for House of Olga. If I have to answer emails or communicate with artisans, I do that early in the morning. Work for Brash from 9 to 6 or
Oh
even
my
to 7 to
goodness.
8, and then again work again for House of Olga, and then we repeat.
Girl, I'm
You know what?
exhausted listening to your schedule. I just want to know, when do you sleep?
And also, you know what? This is literally hashtag no excuse.
Yeah.
Diba? Because some people say, "Oh, my schedule is too busy. I don't have time to work out." But here you are
She's
working out
running
daily,
marathons.
running marathons. My goodness, you are a superwoman.
So we have no excuse anymore
No
why we
more
can't
excuse.
run. We've actually
Yeah.
been planning to run. Has that happened, Olga? No, it has not. Soon, maybe because of you. But we're showing some of your pieces on the LED screen, and I am such a fan. How you modernize
Thank you.
Filipino weaves into like what your collection is now. Beautiful. I just want to know where you get your inspiration
you.
from for your designs, because you have like this jumpsuit, you have cute pockets.
Yeah,
You're
that is
also
really
showing
nice.
this cute like kimono, like long, beautiful
Yeah.
jacket. So where's your inspiration from?
I like that. That one will look good on us.
The
Mo.
jumpsuit, right? All of them will look good on us.
Yes.
For sure, it would actually look so well with like everyone. Um, for how did I design it? When I was designing it, I was just thinking the way I actually wear things. So I love styling myself in a way that, well, I'm unapologetic. I would go to the office and actually wear a full suit and a bow tie, and I don't care. And then the next day I would wear bright fuchsia pink because I just want to. And then all of these, because I am so creative in how I wear things, I was thinking, okay, we do have a lot of local designed, hand woven designs from the Philippines. Why do I make it very Olga? Fierce, it's bold, it's really brave, very unapologetic. And it doesn't just really speak to, all Filipinos, it speaks to the global market. I want everyone to be wearing House of Olga. I want everyone to be wearing a Filipino brand.
And we'd love to wear
I
that
would
as well,
love
right?
to wear
Yeah.
all of
On
your
the
pieces.
show.
I'm obsessed.
Yes. Olga, I did a bit of research on you, and you are, aside from being a fashion designer, you are also a philanthropist. You give back through fashion. You have led efforts from building schools here in the Philippines to sending aid to Syrian refugees and supporting street kids. So tell us, how did charity become such an integral part of your mission, of your brand's mission?
Okay. Charity really begins from home. I learned this from my parents when I was younger. Whenever I would see them sending kids to school, and those who can't actually afford, or my father giving Christmas gifts to those who don't have the capacity to give their children Christmas gifts. That was really embedded in me as I grew up. I find myself always giving back, and I just find myself every year and every opportunity that I get that I actually do that, because the world needs kindness. We all know that, and
That's true.
everyone we all face challenges. And if we could at least give 1%, 2% of what we have, that won't really hurt you. So yes, I was able to help build a school in Malawi, Africa, We were able to help Syrian refugees, even Palestine recently. I wish we could do more there, but you know how it is. So yeah, we always give back to our Muslim brothers and sisters, to our kids there in the Philippines, where their schools are so remote that it's so difficult for them to actually get things for their kids. So as much as we can, yes, I actually do that with my spouse. Yeah.
You know what, Olga? You know what they say, the more that you give to others, the more blessings come into your life. And that's why, you seem like a person who lives such a rich and full life with your wife. You've mentioned her. How is she supporting you in your fashion career?
Oh, she is really, really supportive. She's here. She's doing the last minute checks for the show tomorrow. She supports me in everything that I do as a marathoner, as a designer, as just the person that I am. And I do support her as well because of full-time painter. So it's just a really good. I'm really blessed with this relationship that I have.
Oh, we got so kilig looking at you
I
because the way you
know.
talked about her, your smile was so different. How cute.
Yeah, and as soon as we threw that question her way, I mean, your face just lit up and there was that smile on your face, and wow.
So adorable. But Olga, I want to know what's next after New York Fashion Week? Or can we expect you here in Manila?
Oh my gosh, why not? So there are
and guest
I don't really
here.
wanna-
Olga, this should be your first
Oh,
stop.
why not?
Yeah, guest and
Yeah.
style us.
Oh, oh yes, let's do that. Let's do that. I'll let you know. I'll let you know when I visit Manila. But yes, there are different fashion shows that already contacted me. Somewhere in Europe and also in the GCC area. So House of Olga is just really beginning, but what's next is bigger platforms, stronger collaborations, and louder voices for our weavers. My dream is one day Made in the Philippines is not just a label, but a global standard for excellence in fashion. I want us to be known that when it comes to anything hand woven, the go-to is the Philippines.
Olga, I just want to let you know right now because we're looking at the comments on Facebook Live and somebody, Paula Panotes Barcelona, said Olga Ling. I love
They call
that.
me that.
How cute.
Thank you.
Well, good luck to you. Good luck to you, Olga. Before we let you go, we always ask this last question to our guests. This show is called Beautiful Day. What makes your day beautiful?
What makes my day beautiful is just really waking up. Waking up is such a gift that all of us don't really thank like ourselves or God for giving us that day. What makes a day beautiful is simply by waking up. So let's be grateful that we have that this life.
Aw, you're such an
well said.
inspiration, and we cannot wait to see your collection. Congratulations, and we cannot wait to see you here in Manila in the studio.
Yes.
I will come back
Yes.
here just for you.
Thank you so much.
That was
Thank you
Filipina.
so much too.
Of course, that was Filipina fashion designer Olga Barcelona. Good luck again on New York Fashion Week.
Thank you.
After the break, guys, let's take a look at the global weather.
Plus, our horoscope with Master Hans Kua. So stay tuned. Beautiful day. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. You're still watching Beautiful Day. This is Weather HQ. Let's take a look at the global weather. Heavy monsoon rains have flooded Karachi, submerging roads and sparking fears of worsening floods. Residents report rain has been pouring nonstop for 3 days, with overflowing dams making conditions worse. Many describe the situation as worrying, not only for communities, but for the entire country. The Pakistan Meteorological Department has issued a severe weather warning, cautioning of more heavy rain, waterlogging, and hazards in low-lying areas. Authorities urge vigilance as Karachi braces for further downpours. In Australia, a fire surveillance camera captured dramatic footage of a tornado in New South Wales. The twister formed Wednesday afternoon near the town of Young, about 260 kilometers from Sydney. The Bureau of Meteorology confirmed another tornado was reported about 70 kilometers away an hour earlier. Authorities issued a severe storm warning, urging residents to stay indoors amid strong winds and large hail. No injuries were reported, but officials warn this season could bring higher risk of grass fires due to heavy fuel loads. In the United Arab Emirates, a new company is turning air into drinking water using technology that captures humidity and converts it into fresh hydration. At its Abu Dhabi factory, Mahawa produces about 40,000 liters of clean water every day using energy-efficient machines. The system condenses moisture from the air into safe, drinkable water. The company also sells home dispensers that can make up to 11,000 liters a year, reducing the need for plastic bottles. Experts say the technology is promising for small communities, though desalination still provides most of UAE's water supply. That's it for Weather HQ at the moment, and back to you.
Thank you, Mo. Now, is today going to be a lucky day for us or not? Let's go find out from our resident energizer and feng shui master, Hans Kua, in our horoscope of the day. Take it away, Master Hans.
Good morning! Beautiful day with me, Bilyonaryo, Master Hans Kua. Ito po ang horoscope ngayong araw ng Thursday, September 11. Simulan natin sa mga pinanganak ng Year of the Rat. Ingat tayo sa allergy. Iwasan ang sobrang alikabok sa paligid. Silver at 5. Kaya naman tayo may kasunduan na magbubukas ng bagong opportunity. Purple at 2. Kay Tiger naman tayo, may selos na lumalalim. Kausapin agad bago lumala ito. Gold at 6. Kay Year of the Rabbit naman tayo, beautiful day para mag-budget at magtabi ng savings. Gray at 7. Kay Year of Dragon naman tayo, maganda ang energy sa trabaho. Tapusin ang mga naiwan na mga trabaho. Purple at 4. Kay Snake naman tayo, kung single ka, may tsansa na makilala mo na ang soulmate na type na gusto mo. Silver at 1. Ito naman, kay of the Horsey, iwasan ang gastos sa mga bisyo o mga parandaliang aliw. Gold at 9. Kay Ship naman tayo, kung may namumuong tampo, isang yakap lang ang katapat niyan. Gray at 8. Kay Monkey naman tayo, magandang araw para i-promote ang talent mo. Purple at 2. Kay Rooster naman tayo, bawasan ang sugar intake lalo na kung may diabetes sa pamilya. Gold at 6. Kay Dog naman tayo, hindi mo inaasahan ang pagbalik ng isang dating kaibigan na may lihim na damdamin. Silver at 3. Kay Year of the Pig naman tayo, maganda ang timing para simulan ang bagong project. Purple at 5. Paalala lang ito po'y patnubay lamang. Ang tunay na swerte ay nagsisimula sa pagiging totoo. Abangan araw-araw ang horoscope of the day dito lang po sa Beautiful Day with me, Master Hans Kua.
Thank you, as always, Master Hans Kua. So, my horoscope for today, according to Master Hans, is kung meron daw tampuhan, yakap lang daw ang katapat. Yakap sul, kispirin.
What? What's yakap sul kispirin?
Yakap, it's like medicine to heal everything.
Yakap
Yakap sul,
sul,
like a
kispirin.
capsule, yakap sul, and kispirin, aspirin.
Oh, I'm tampo now, Ann.
You know what? Hold on.
Where's my yakap sul kispirin?
Can you bring Paolo back? So I don't have to explain my jokes.
Grabe naman! Okay, I'm tampo now. Dapat yakapin, yakap sul
It's so hard
kispirin.
to
Ako na po. Now I know why Paolo Paolo walked out yesterday. Ako din magwa-walk out sa'yo today.
Oh, sige,
Grabe, bully ni Ann. Kala ko si Paolo yung...
Ang hirap
Nahawa ka kay Paolo yung sa bullying.
You know why? Because I'm sitting on his chair.
Yeah,
this chair
the bad
has
vibes.
Paolo's spirit on it. It
Dapat-
has that bully
Master
vibe.
Hans, can you come to the show? Pa-cleanse ka yung chair ni Paolo.
Can you cleanse this,
Ang daming
Master
bad
Hans?
vibes.
Baka siguro kasi ghost month. So, you know, may...
Hindi naman
may
namatay si
tong
Paolo.
Hindi naman, pero kasi baka may negative vibes yung chair. Uy, wag ganyan. He's out of the country.
Hindi,
Safe
I love
trip.
Paolo. I love you. Don't die.
Don't die.
Hindi, diet na kasi super pogi siya. Anyway,
Oh,
speaking
yeah,
of
but-
diet, Master Han said, bawasan ko yung sugar intake ko. I feel so hurt.
And what are you
because
drinking?
I literally just had a Spanish latte. Pero guys, let me show
What's
you.
that on the
it
table?
says 1/4 sweetness po, please. So, konti lang.
So, just 25%
so binawasan
sugar.
ko.
Okay, sige, pwede naman yun. Sabi naman ni Master Hans, bawas, not
Oo,
really like
he didn't
take
say
it out
take it out
of your
100%.
diet.
So,
yeah.
okay lang,
Yeah, so 25% is fine.
But
But,
Anne, oh my gosh, Alex Ayala
I
is
know.
killing it.
woo!
I love her so much. That's why I've been playing tennis. Even si Paolo gumagaya sa akin sa tennis eh.
Ay, akala ko ikaw yung gumaya kay Paolo.
No, girl. I've been playing tennis before. Let's just make this clear. Breaking news yan. I've been playing tennis before Paolo Del Rosario.
Speaking of breaking news, Alex Ayala is on a roll, blasting into the quarterfinals of the WTA Sao Paulo Open after a dominant 6-1, 6-4 win over Argentina's Julia Riera. I have to do it like how Paulo does. The 20-year-old Filipina, fresh off her first WTA title in Guadalajara, made quick work of the first set and never looked back. Ayala has now won 7 straight matches and will face Indonesia's Janice Tijen next. She's chasing back-to-back WTA trophies and showing no signs of slowing down. I had to do it the way Paulo does.
I know,
Di ba
kasi
ganun si
grabe yung
Paulo?
energy mo.
Yeah, Alcaraz.
Listen,
Mexico.
when I read Alcaraz, every time I see Alcaraz and I love him, I think of Paolo. I swear, Paolo's everywhere. Yung spirit niya nga, naglilinger because every time I see it, Alcaraz, Carlos, see, wala na.
Alcaraz.
Carlos Alcaraz.
Mexico.
Guadalajara.
Right, and Guadalajara.
Buti na lang-
Guadalajara.
So Weather HQ, I didn't have
Yeah.
any crazy mga words today because I would have cracked up.
I'm sure Paulo's watching right now, so...
No, he's not watching. He's eating. Kasi, we have some greetings. Let's try to read
Yes,
some.
on YouTube. Let me just
Oh
open
my,
that.
Thank you so much, Main Go. She said, "Go Monique, we miss you. I also miss me here." Thank you. I also miss myself.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Paolo, but you have no more space on this show.
Oh my
Wala na, kasi the table is full.
Sorry, you can't sit with us.
Can't sit with us.
Ken Yap, oh my God, hi Ken Yap. He also said, "Hi Monique, we love you." Oh my, I'm gonna cry. I love you all. Thank you for the
Okay,
warm
no crying on
welcome.
the show.
This is the only show that makes me cry.
Are you done?
Oh, Paulo Del Rosario is watching. He commented, "We miss Paulo Del Rosario."
He always does that. He always does that. Every time he's absent, he will always message us and say, "We miss Paulo Del Rosario from Paulo Del Rosario." Oh my gosh, Paulo also misses himself.
Nahahawa na nga ako. Oh my God, if pogi siya, ako yung maganda. Just kidding. Paulo, we really miss you. Pero sa akin na yung spot mo.
Pao, you know what? Can I just say, I had to explain my joke to Monique for her to understand. That will be my challenge if you stay away for a long time.
Guys, we all know naman with
to
me, you have to
explain my
explain the
jokes.
Filipino joke.
Pero ang imbis na tatawa na tayo, may explanation muna, wala na yung momentum. But on YouTube, we have Michelangelo Buddy Tew, the one who calls Paulo Prof. Pao. He says, "Morning, gorgeous ladies. Where is Professor Paulo?" So
Professor
Pao is, where's Pao?
He's eating because remember he's been on a strict diet, so he's been eating a lot of food now somewhere. Nag-food trip siya. Nag-food trip lang siya. Yan ang bilyonaryo. Kasi nagutom, so he rode a plane and went somewhere
Where
into
is
the
he nga ba?
Into the unknown.
Into the unknown.
Into the unknown. I want to sing because of this mic. Into the unknown.
Into the unknown.
inspire
My
ako.
God! Like Cher is watching it. I'm like, probably tomorrow, let's put two different people on the show.
Gulo natin today, sorry.
So sorry, Chair. But Chiki always counts down the number of days before Christmas. And laging Roman numerals. I think this is
Can you read Roman numerals?
104. 104
Tama.
days. But if you Google it, it's 105. So 104 or
She's-
105, it doesn't matter.
Close enough. My gosh,
Uh-uh.
it is the burn months na.
Yeah. It's
Crazy, and the
Burr months.
traffic is getting crazier.
I know.
Anyway, my goodness, what a time. Ang gulo natin. Let's
Yes,
bring it
but you
down.
can continue to send us your messages if
Send
you
me
have
lots of love.
questions. Questions for our next guest. Go ahead and type away on Facebook and on YouTube. And we are also on the Facebook page of Mellow 94.7 BFM. Now, our next guest is the former editor of CNN PH Life and now the features editor of Rolling Stone Philippines, who will be talking about his new book, Are You Still Watching? So make sure you keep watching. That conversation after the break. Beautiful day. We'll be right back. Hi there, welcome back. You're still watching Beautiful Day. Our guest today is the former editor of CNN PH Life and now the features editor of Rolling Stone Philippines. His first book, Brief Histories, tells us about the life of Filipino gays growing up in the Philippines. Now, his second book, Are You Still Watching?, takes us behind the scenes of TV and entertainment. Don Jaucian joins us in the Hangout. Beautiful day, Don. Welcome to the show. I hope I got your last name right.
Yes, correct.
Yes, Don
Thanks for having
Jaucian.
me.
Thank you for waking up really early for
Very early.
the show. Are you used to waking up early in the morning? No?
Same. It doesn't get easier.
I think you never get used to it.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
if you do it every day.
But you're a morning person.
I am, but I draw the line at 5 a.m. But pag earlier than 5 a.m., medyo nahirapan na ako. But anyway, Don, thanks for joining the show. And you're here to talk about your book, Are You Still Watching?
Yes,
So
and
tell
I have
us
a
all
copy.
about it. It's a collection of your film journalism, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
I started being a journalist around, I think, 2010s. So film has already been my beat. So throughout the years, I've collected like writings, interviewing celebrities, directors, and a few longer pieces about some issues about the industry. So I managed to collect it over the years, and now
Okay.
this is the book.
Why is it called Are You Still Watching? I love the title, actually.
This is actually the idea of my editor, who it was some like boring title from before. Pero kasi the book kind of enters the streaming era, and you know when you're watching Netflix and it's been on for too long and it says, "Are you still watching?"
Yeah.
I hate that, actually. It's so annoying. Like, you're like, I'm still here. I'm just not typing or doing
Yeah, I'm
anything.
just not touching the remote.
The name's nice, though.
So this book draws from a pivotal decade, the 2010s, when we entered a new golden age of Filipino
Some people say it's like
cinema.
the third golden age.
Oo.
It's in contention, but it really depends on whether you actually subscribe to it or not, because we've had two golden ages, from the first golden age and then second golden age is in like I think the 70s, when Lino Broca, Ismael Bernal and Mike De Leon, they were all working and producing a lot of films. And I think people are kind of feeling it now, and they're saying it's the third golden age because ang daming magagandang pelikula,
Right.
and there are so many ways to watch Filipino movies now.
Was there a moment, perhaps at a premiere or a conversation with a filmmaker, where you felt like, wow, this era really deserves its own, archival home?
I think one of the stories here is when I wrote it in 2013 when I had a conversation with Direk Lavdias, Eric Matty, and Adolf Alex. They were, I think, preparing to go to Cannes Film Festival. They all had films in different sections of the festival, and they were all just gathered in one, like this, like in one table, and we're having conversations about their movies. And parang, I want to document this kind of moment in a book someday. So
Okay.
I
Oh,
think
I
it was-
can't wait. We're gonna be a chapter in his book.
Oh, yes, your next book.
Abangan namin yun.
Ang title, I hope you're still watching.
Let's make a beautiful day.
coming out 2027.
Yes.
Oh, I love it. First heard it here, folks. But your first book, in brief, Histories, you talked about queer experiences,
Yeah.
whereas here you talk about the TV and entertainment
Film, yeah.
of the Philippines. Would you say one is more personal than the other?
Definitely Brief Histories was more personal. I mean, a little too personal. I get embarrassed minsan kapag binabasa ko.
Why is
Because
that?
embarrassed.
It's too many details of my life and it's immortalized in one book.
Okay.
But I really meant for Are You Still Watching to be my first book because film talaga yung sinusulat ko. I mean, I write about films, write about actors, actresses. Diba? So I wanted to be that first book, to make that first, I guess, kind of like entrance as being an author. But my editor of the first book, mas gusto nila yung Brief Histories. It's more personal daw. It's
Yeah.
to more of myself, I guess. So sige, binayagan ko na sila.
Okay. Okay.
Aw. But for your new one, Are You Still Watching? How long did it take you to curate and write the book? And what would you say is your favorite chapter?
I'm not too sure, but I think I started it around 2012, 2013, and basically it's just like accumulating articles throughout the years.
Okay.
And then I think I started collecting everything for the book around 2019, 2020 bago mag-pandemic. And then so the manuscript was already ready, but in the second chapter or parang second part of the book, I work with a film festival. It's called Far East Film Festival in Italy. So what I do for them is to kind of give an overview of the industry. So nag-start din yun, I think around 2019 until 2023. So parang it took parang 2012 to 2023.
So 2010 onwards, the collection of your film journalism, this is also the time na nagkaroon na ng mga technological shifts,
Yeah.
right? So your book documents the shift from digital and the streaming era. What were the most striking changes that you've observed during those transitions?
I forgot to answer your question, which is my favorite, and it's actually
Oh,
one
favorite
of,
chapter. Okay.
and this is actually parang one of my favorite kind of developments in the industry is that we're able now to restore a lot of our movies.
Yeah, the older
Yeah, the older movies, diba? Parang they're already available on Netflix. Parang nagtitrickle down siya throughout the years, but when I was starting the book, parang konti-konti pa lang siya na nasa streaming. And then konti-konti siyang napapalabas sa sinihan. Tapos, it's just like 10 films siguro na nare-restore nila, but dumadami siya throughout the years through the help of a lot of institutions. And I wrote something about film restoration for CNN when I was working there for CNN Live. And it's like one of the longer pieces in the book. And I had a good time interviewing the people who actually painstakingly go through the reels and scan the movies. As in, kailangan nilang gawin all of it through like siguro hundreds and hundreds of hours to restore a movie.
Wow.
So imagine doing a lot of movies,
Yeah,
restoring
right.
all
Yes.
those movies.
So you have a better appreciation when we
Yeah.
watch, especially me now that I'm learning that it takes a painstakingly long amount of time and effort.
Actually,
like
kaya,
more appreciative.
This is also the reason why a lot of people were so sad when that group from ABS-CBN, their
Sige, pelikula,
arm,
yeah.
diba? It closed. The one that restores films.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the casualties when ABS-CBN kind of had to cut down budgets
Oo,
when
yeah,
they
yeah.
were out of the franchise. But marami pa rin naman. I think the Film Development Council, they're still very active in terms of the restoration, and they're asking a lot of help from different countries. Like there are also a lot of distributors, and like I know Bona was restored by a Hong Kong distributor and a French distributor, so they were doing it all at the same time, and I think FDCP also helped. So we underseen yung Bona. It's not, it's a Nora Honor movie na madalang makita,
Yep.
but last year they were able to restore it.
Would you say that's your favorite, I guess, restored movie?
I think yes, it's gorgeously restored. Of course, also one of the first few din is Maynila sa mga kukunang liwanag. I was able to watch it again a few days ago.
Okay.
And kasi available siya sa Criterion Collection, so parang you can always watch it if you have like a Blu-ray of it.
I'm curious. I'm asking for a friend, Don. For those who are not familiar with Philippine movies, like if a foreigner was watching or just talking to you and they ask you if you could recommend a Filipino movie, maybe a couple, for them to kind of get to know the industry and just get to know the Philippines better, what movies would you recommend?
Definitely, parang starting point yung Maynila sa mga kukunang liwanag. Actually, any Lino Broca movie.
Okay.
And then
Yeah,
there's Manila by Night by Ishmael Bernal. And marami na rin kasing na-restore na movies ni Mike De Leon, who just recently passed away.
Yeah.
And a lot of his movies are really, really great to start with if they want to get to know more Filipino film.
We need to chat. I need to get a list from you.
Write it down, like after this interview, like
Right.
get your list and write down all the movies that Dawn is going to recommend for you. But right now, Dawn, how important is film journalism, especially at a time like this? Everything is in chaos, right? With all the things happening in the government, we're plagued by government corruption. How important is film journalism at this time?
I think film journalism is film documentation. So there's a lot of things in the book that may have been forgotten by a lot of readers, or parang they've already passed it, or kaya nakalimutan na nila. So I think immortalizing all these things in one book, or even like in a blog or in an Instagram, where a lot of Instagrams now have like retrospectives, throwbacks, diba? Parang, oh, may ganyang moment pala in film or in Filipino cinema, or parang this movie actually existed, that this actress made this movie. That's very important to our film heritage. So I think that really matters when it comes to documentation, especially for our Philippine cinema.
And I think a lot of the younger generations now, I've been seeing all over social media, they've been into the old digital cameras, just to take photos and videos. So what would you say maybe is the biggest takeaway for those reading your book, especially the younger generation?
I'd like to give them a little more appreciation to the old films that we have. Ang dami nating magandang pelikula. And I hope, like, starting with the restoration article, they as you said, mas ma-appreciate nila more because of the work that the people do behind the scenes.
Speaking of younger generation, your book features stars also like James Reid, Nadine Lustre, but also senior actors as well, the late Jacqueline Jose, Eric Mati. Why did these figures stand out in shaping your narrative of the industry?
Basically, they're the standout figures. I mean, during the time that I wrote the story for On the Wings of Love, medyo emerging pa si James and Nadine, and I wanted to document that kind of moment, and they were working with a really great filmmaker, si Antoinette Hadaone, who was also kind of like just out of that thing called Tadhana experience that she had, and she's doing her first TV series. So parang they're all in one thing that they're creating, and parang, okay, let's all do this, diba? And then, of course, I wanted to write about the greats of Philippine cinema. So especially with my experience with the late Nora Honor, and I was just in a van with her. We just shot, I think, a show for CNN, and I wanted to accompany her to her ride home, maybe just ask her a little bit more about some things about her career. But she never got to do that because she was kind of sick and she didn't really want to do something else. So I just wanted to give her time. I just observed her in the van.
Yeah. If you had to pick one conversation in the book that still gives you, a chill thinking back? Which one would you choose among these conversations?
Tough. There's so many moments there.
Nag-isip, okay.
I think medyo may bias ako because Antoinette is my favorite filmmaker working right now. I mean, I hope you guys have seen Sunshine
Yes.
I haven't seen
Fantastic
it.
movie.
Adding to my list.
Yeah, you should. I have all praises for Sunshine, but go ahead.
already. But I kind of followed Tonette's career when she was just starting out. Parang she made her first movie, and then nagkaroon ng moment with the thing called Tadhana, and then she had the TV show, and then she traveled to film festival. So medyo proud ako of seeing Tonette grow up as the filmmaker that she is today. So I hope that kind of shows in the book.
Don, it's so funny that you mentioned On the Wings of Love, because when I was living in the US, I subscribed to a channel, one of the streaming platforms, and I used to pay $20 a month just to watch James because I had such a crush on him. But what would you say is the biggest shift you've seen in Philippine in the industry, aside from the digital work, like maybe in terms of storytelling, cinematography, that really paved the way to the industry now?
I think more filmmakers are caring about the technical aspects of the film now because dati medyo forgotten or parang neglected yung sound design eh. But now they're paying more attention to it, especially now that there are a lot of filmmakers who are working with us from different countries. The international co-production is very, very in right now. And nagkakaroon ng exchange of best practices, or like ideas. So I'm so happy that's happening now.
A while ago, I asked you, how important is film journalism at a time like this, where we're in such a tumultuous time here in the country. Do you think that, Filipino films can help, promote the right kind of emotion for the Filipino people? How can Filipino films, Filipino movies help in promoting nationalism, patriotism?
Definitely film plays a lot of role in terms of nation building. I mean, I was just watching Kisap Mata, I think last week because I wanted to watch Mike De Leon's movies. And sobrang, it's still very, very in tune to what's happening now. And yung makikita mo na, the things that are happening before are still happening now, and I think we can all learn from that. So definitely it documents a time in our past, but also it reflects the values that we have as a nation, as people.
And like that saying goes, right, history repeats itself. So hopefully we
does.
learn from our mistakes, and moving forward, something good comes out of it. But Don, let's invite our viewers for your book launch. It's happening in a few days, right? September 13?
Yes, it's happening September 13. I think, I'm not sure, I think it's 4:30 p.m. at the Manila International Book Fair, and I hope you guys could be there. I'm gonna be talking to another film critic, si Jason Tandiwag, and then I'm gonna have a book signing around 5:30 at the Book of the Ateneo Press.
Ooh, and is your book available everywhere?
Yes, it's available on Lazada, Shopee. I think a few fully booked branches have it, but it's also available in the book fair with a discounted price. So if you could go there, mas mura siya a little bit.
We'll
Yes.
definitely grab a copy. But before we let you go, Don, we asked this last question to all our guests. The show is called Beautiful Day. So what makes your day beautiful?
I think just having like a place in my room with sunshine in it. It's really, I think it's really important being exposed to have a sunshine in your life. So that makes my day beautiful.
And that's a sign for Monique to watch Sunshine, right?
I know.
Tonetta down as well. But thank you so much for joining us today, author Don Jaucian. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks, Don.
Thanks very much. Now we have some more online comments, Anne. Should we read?
Go ahead.
Oh my gosh, China Barachina, ba't gising ka? Ang dami mong comment. Wow, hi China, good morning. It's Girl Power Day. She said, nosebleed titles. Monique Tuzon, say the title. Anong title?
The titles of the movies.
What was
Yeah.
one of them? What was that he said
Give
that
her
his
a
favorite?
title, Don. Ayan.
Kisap mata.
Kiss Up Mata. And what's the other one? The something liwanag?
Maynila sa mga kuko ng liwanag.
Something sa may kuko ng liwanag. Ano daw? May ilang?
Maynila.
Oh, Maynila.
It's Manila in Tagalog. Maynila.
Maynila
Yeah.
sa limong ng Maynila sa kukong na may ilang. Oh my gosh.
Oh my
Guys,
gosh.
mawawalan akong trabaho na after this. I said kanina I want to be a host here. Now wala na. I'm gonna be
Paolo's
fired.
laughing. You know, he's watching us right now and he's laughing. He's
Paolo
like, oh
Stampa
my
now.
gosh.
Oh, Paolo commented. He's so active. Paolo, kala ko kumakain ka. He said the chapter would be called "And Trip to the Movies." Paolo. Ano?
And trip to the movies. Medyo corny siya, but okay, that'll work.
That's so funny. Anyway, hi China Verachina. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you to everyone watching.
And thank you to all those who joined us on Facebook, on YouTube. We got a lot of message. Extra dami yung messages today.
And extra kulit tayo today.
kulit
I hope you
also.
enjoyed. Si Don nga kanina was watching us.
I
He's
know.
like, this is what I'm getting myself into. So
But
early,
he
no?
needed this energy. Kasi nga, diba, hindi ka pa sanay to wake up so early.
It's the 1/4 sugar.
Yeah.
That's the key to the energy.
Exactly. But again, thanks so much for joining us today. That is a wrap on our show this Thursday, September 11. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Asis-Carilo. Have a great day ahead, and always remember to choose joy and spread love and kindness wherever this day takes you.
And I'm Monique Tuzon. Have a great day ahead. Tune in later to the Daily Dish at 12 noon. See you again tomorrow from 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. only here on
Beautiful day! Oh, I need to